Good morning, students. In previous class, that is class 3, for the chapter States of Matter, I focused to some numerical parts basing upon the formula combined gas equation. That is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, and ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT, and its different forms of ideal gas equation. And beside this, what is ideal gas and a real gas, and how one is measured the extent of deviation of real gas from ideal behavior by the help of compressibility factor, that is Z. Today, that is class 4 for the chapter States of Matter. I focus to another fundamental terms, that is the cause of deviation, why real gas deviate from ideal behavior, and the difference between ideal gas and a real gas, and postulates of kinetic theory of gases, and different type of molecular velocity one by one. So point 1, first discuss the various postulates of kinetic theory of gases. Remember that it is not included in our syllabus till you listen only the various points of these postulates. According to this, every gas consists of large number of small teeny particles known as molecules, which are collide among themselves, which are moving rapid, random, zigzag motion in all possible direction inside a container. During their motion, they collide with, they bombard with each other and also with the wall of the container. Next, their collision is elastic one. That means during their collision, they never lose their kinetic energy. Next, the volume of the gas molecule is so small that when it compared to the total volume of the gas is negligible. Next, there is no forces of attraction. There is no forces of attraction among themselves and also with the walls of the container. Next, the pressure developed by the gas molecule. The pressure developed by the gas molecule is due to the bombardment among themselves and also with the walls of the container. And last point, the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. These are the various postulates of kinetic theory of gases. Next, switch over to the cause of deviation. Mark that. Next is very, very important. The cause of deviation. Mark that. Two important points are there in the postulate of kinetic theory of gases which are found to be faulty. That is, point 1, there is no intermolecular forces of attraction. There is no forces of attraction among the gas molecules and also with the walls of the container. Point 2, the volume of a gas molecule is so small. The volume of the gas molecule is so small that can be neglected when compared with the total volume of the gas. These 2 points found to be faulty and is decided by the another scientist J. D. van der Waal. Mark that. J. D. van der Waal. So according to him, due to these two faulty assumptions, there is the cause of deviation of real gases from ideal behavior. So he made two corrections. One is known as a pressure correction and one is known as a volume correction in the ideal gas equation. We know ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. So he made two corrections. One is known as a pressure correction and one is known as a volume correction. And according to him, that is P plus N square A by V square whole into V minus NB is equal to nRT. Mark that. It is known as van der Waals equation of state for n mole number of moles. If n is equal to 1, that is for 1 mole, then the equation becomes P plus A by V square into V minus B is known as RT. Here two new terms are there, that is A and B. Here A and B are known as van der Waal constant. Okay. So according to him, due to these two reasons, the real gas deviate from ideal gas behavior. So he made two corrections. That means there is no forces of attraction. So force, relating force, that is force per unit area, that is made one correction, that is pressure. And there is volume is negligible, but actually that individual gas molecule volume is so small, no doubt very small, but it cannot be neglected. So made another one correction, that is a volume correction. One is pressure correction and one is volume correction. So according to him, this equation is known as van der Waal equation of state, which is P plus N square A by V square whole into V minus NB is equal to nRT. If you select N is equal to 1, that is for 1 mole, the equation reduces to P plus A by V square whole into V minus B is equal to RT. This is known as van der Waal equation. Okay. Next we switch over to the difference between, very important 2-mark question, the difference between ideal gas and real gas. Remember first, try to understand, then we write. Remember one thing is that while going through the writing the difference between, always the point 1 is a definition. So ideal gas versus real gas. Point 1 definition. Point 2, it is a hypothetical concept. No gas is known as ideal gas. Point 2, all gases are known as a real gas. In the actual gases, all gases are known as a real gas. Point 3, ideal gas obey the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. While real gas, they do not obey the ideal gas equation, rather they obey the van der Waal gas equation, that is P plus A by V square whole into V minus B is equal to RT. Last point, the ideal gas transfer to real gas or real gas deviate from their real gas behavior to ideal gas behavior at low pressure and high temperature. These are the points which is very important for 2-mark question, difference between ideal gas and real gas. Now start writing for the differentiation between ideal gas and real gas. Next, write down the important 2-mark question, that is a difference between, distinction between ideal gas and a real gas. Mark that table, one side ideal gas, one side real gas. Point 1, always while writing the difference between two, point 1 focus to definition and definition. Mark that point 1. It obey all the gas is known as ideal gas if it obey the ideal gas equation at all condition of temperature and pressure. Mark that. It obey the gas laws under all condition of temperature and pressure. On the other hand, real gas, it obey the gas law only at low pressure and high temperature. There is no certain restriction. That means it obey only a particular condition, that is known as low pressure and high temperature. Point 2, no gases is the ideal gas. It is the hypothetical concept. Generally, all gases are known as real gas. Point 2, all gases are known as real gas. Point 3, 2 points are found to be faulty in the postulate of kinetic theory gases. One is, there is no forces of attraction among the gas molecules and also with the walls of the container. And another one is, the volume of a gas molecule is so small it can be neglected with compared to total volume of the container. Mark that, volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume occupied by the gas. But here, volume occupied by the gas molecule is not negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. Next point, the forces of attraction among the gas molecules are negligible in case of ideal gas, while the forces of attraction among the gas molecule cannot be neglected at high pressure and low temperature. At this condition, high pressure and low temperature, whatever may be, it cannot be neglected. And the last one, ideal gas obey the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT, while the real gases obey the Van der Waals equation, that is known as P plus n square A by V square whole into V minus NV is equal to nRT. Here A and B are known as Van der Waals constant, which depends upon the nature of the gas. A related to pressure correction, so unit of A is atmosphere into liter per mole square, and B, that is B related to the volume correction term, so the unit of B is liter per mole. It is all about the difference between ideal gas and real gas. Then switch over to another important part, that is kinetic energy and molecular velocity. Generally, there are three types of molecular velocity. One is RMS velocity, root mean square velocity. One is average velocity, and one is most probable velocity. I repeat again, the three different type of molecular velocity. One is known as average velocity, one is known as root mean square velocity, and one is known as most probable velocity. Next, we discuss one by one in detail the definition, the mathematical expression, and the relation among themselves and some numerical relating to it. Then first we discuss RMS velocity, root mean square velocity. Squares of the mean and of square root is known as root mean square velocity. Mark that. Root mean square velocity, symbol is URMS. It may be defined as the square root of the mean of the squares of the velocity of different molecule. Mean squares of the mean of the different velocity of the molecules of square root is known as root mean square velocity. Mark that, if n1 number of molecule possess velocity v1, n2 number of molecule possess velocity v2, n3 number of molecule possess velocity v3, then root mean square velocity is the squares of the mean n1 v1 square plus n2 v2 square plus n3 v3 square plus dot 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 divided by n1 n2 plus n3 plus dot 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 square root. It is the mathematical form of root mean square velocity. On the other hand, if all the n molecule possess different velocity, that is v1, v2, v3 dot dot dot, then the root mean square velocity expression becomes v1 square plus v2 square plus v3 square plus dot 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 divided by n square root. That means it is known as the means of the square of square root, root mean square velocity. It has also another term is there, another expression is there, formula is there for solving problem. Mark that, URMS is equal to 3 PV by M square root over, where M that is m molar mass, p is the pressure, v is the volume. We know according to ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. So replacing for 1 mole, PV is equal to RT. Replacing PV, another expression also there, that is URMS is equal to 3 RT by m square root over. It is one expression for solving problem. Next switch over to another one that is known as average velocity. That is average of all velocity. Mark that. It is simply arithmetic mean of the velocity of different molecules of the gas. Similarly, if n1 number of molecule possess velocity v1, n2 number of molecule possess velocity v2, n3 molecule possess velocity v3, and then mark that if n1 molecule have velocity v1, n2 molecule have velocity v2, and n3 molecule have velocity v3 and so on, then the average velocity UAV will be represented as UAV is equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 plus n3 v3 plus dot 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 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 dot dot dot. Again, similarly, if all the n molecule have different velocity, that is v1, v2, v3, then the above equation is rearranged that U average is equal to v1 plus v2 plus v3 dot dot by n. It is a mathematical expression for average velocity. Another relation also there for solving problem, mark that is UAV, U average velocity is equal to 8 RT by pi m. Then last one is most probable velocity. That means the maximum fraction of molecule. Maximum number of molecule possess one type of velocity known as most probable velocity. Mark that. The velocity possessed by maximum fraction of molecule is known as most probable velocity. And for solving problem is there another relation. Mark that. Here we write another relation, that is UMP. That is most probable velocity is equal to 2 RT by m whole root over. It is another expression for solving problem relating to most probable. That is UMP is equal to square root over of 2 RT by m. It is all about root mean square velocity, average velocity and most probable velocity. The definition, mathematical relation. Next, we switch over to the interrelation between this molecular velocity and numericals relating to it. As already I explained, in the postulate of kinetic theory of gases possess molecules moves rapid, random, zigzag, ceaseless motion in all possible direction, and while they are motion, they collide among each other and also with the wall of the container. So, their velocity changes at every moment. So, scientists Maxwell and Boltzmann, according to him, find out the distribution of a molecular velocity. He made a graph by taking fraction of a molecule versus molecular velocity, and observe that the graph indicates that the fraction of molecule possess maximum velocity is known as most probable velocity. From this graph it is clear that, mark that, fraction of molecule having too low or too high velocity is very small. Mark this graph. Here indicate that fraction of molecule possess very low velocity, and a fraction of molecule possess very high velocity. So this fragment is very low. That means according to him, the fraction of molecule possess very low velocity and very high velocity are very low. Next is the peak of the curve, the top point of the curve correspond to a velocity possessed by maximum fraction of molecule, which is known as most probable velocity. Already we discussed what is most probable velocity. The velocity possessed by maximum fraction of molecule. So mark that the peak of the curve correspond to a velocity possessed by maximum fraction of molecule which is known as most probable velocity and is represented by the symbol UMP. Next, he observed that is there any effect of temperature on molecular velocity? Yes, according to him, plot a graph by taking fraction of molecule versus molecular velocity at three different temperature T1, temperature T2, temperature T3, such that T3 greater than T2 greater than T1. So from the curve, it is clear that when temperature increases, mark this curve, when temperature increases, the curve becomes flatter and flatter. Mark that T1, T2, T3. T is the highest temperature. If the temperature increases, the peak value decreases. That means if temperature increases, maximum fraction of molecular velocity also decreases. Mark that from the curve, draw some conclusion. The peak shift forward. The peak shift forward showing that the most probable velocity increases. Next, the peak shift downward. If temperature increases, peak shift downward, showing that fraction of molecules having most probable velocity decreases. The most important thing is that if we increase the temperature, then they gain their kinetic energy. As a result, their molecular velocity increases, bombardment increases, so their velocity decreases. So the important point, the peak flatter, downward flatter, showing that the fraction of molecule having most probable velocity decreases. Next point, the curve is flatter in the middle, mark that. If we go through the first one, this one is a top is there, then if we go through the higher shifting right side, mark that curve become flatter. It indicates that the curve is flatter in the middle, showing that the molecule having more, that is most probable velocity increases. Here, the fraction of molecule at this temperature, the fraction of molecule possess most probable velocity is lower one. But when the temperature increases, the fraction of molecule having most probable velocity increases. And next point, the fraction of molecule having higher velocity increases. The most important thing, another one is, if temperature increases, the fraction of molecule having higher velocity increases and the fraction of molecule having lower velocity decreases. Mark that here, the fraction of molecule having higher velocity increases and the fraction of molecule having lower velocity decreases. It is clear cut from this Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of molecular velocity. He plot a graph by taking fraction of molecule versus molecular velocity at different temperature. So it is clear that if temperature increases, then their fraction of molecule having most probable velocity increases, but their individual velocity gradually decreases. Next, we go through the relationship between different type of velocity. That is, relationship between most probable velocity, average velocity, and root mean square velocity. This relationship is necessary for remembering, for solving some problems. Mark that. Already we discussed, that is root mean square velocity. The mathematical expression for root mean square velocity is square root of 3RT by m. Average velocity UAV is equal to square root of 8RT by pi m. And the most probable velocity is the square root of 2RT by m. Already we find out, we have to by heart this value formula for solving some problem. Next, another some relationship is there. Relationship between average velocity and root mean square velocity. That is, average velocity is equal to 0.921 into root mean square velocity. Note down this point for solving. After writing this one, then next segment we go through the solvings on numericals. Next is most probable velocity. Relation B1 is a relationship between average velocity and root mean square velocity. B2, relationship between most probable velocity and root mean square velocity. That is, most probable velocity is equal to 0.816 into root mean square velocity. And third relationship, that is a relation between the three. These two are relation between them. Bit 3 is a relation between the all. That is relationship between most valuable velocity, average velocity and RMS velocity. Put this value, it is the most valuable velocity, that is 2RT by m square root over. Then is to 8RT by pi m square root over 3 is to 3RT by pi m square root over. On solving, mark that RT by m is common. On removing this RT by m, it becomes, that is root over 2 is to square root over 8 by pi is to square root over 3. Mark that. Again, if we put this value, then observe that we know if you transfer into decimal, then it becomes, what is the value of square root 2? That is 1.414. That is 1.414 is to, on solving this value, it is 1.595. 1.595 is to square root over 3, that is 1.732. Again, as it is the lower one, dividing each one by 1.414, the value is, that is 1 is to 1.128 is to 1.224. It is very, very important one. That is the relationship between most valuable velocity, average velocity and RMS velocity is equal to 1 is to 1.128 is to 1.224. So from this value, it is clear that most probable velocity value is the lowest one, while the RMS value is the highest one. It is very, very important one for solving the numerical. Next relationship, to calculate the kinetic energy, total kinetic energy. Two type of are there. One is total kinetic energy and average kinetic energy. First one, total kinetic energy, symbol is EK. For 1 mole, it is 3 by 2 RT. For n mole, we can write EK is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. It is the expression for calculating total kinetic energy. Next one is average kinetic energy. Mark that, another expression for calculating average kinetic energy, EK bar. EK bar is equal to 3 by 2 small kt. Remember that small k is known as Boltzmann constant and is calculated by dividing universal gas constant by Avogadro number. K is equal to R by N. R is known as universal gas constant, Na is known as Avogadro number. So this division is small k, where small k is known as Boltzmann constant, whose value is 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. These are the important tips, that is important relationship, important formula necessary for remembering. Then next segment we will shift to try to solving some problems. In segment 2, next switch over to the question part, application part. Mark the question, what is the data given? At 27 degrees centigrade, a gas contains 10 molecules with a velocity of 4 meter per second, 20 molecules with a velocity of 5 meter per second, and 40 molecules moving with a velocity of 8 meter per second. Then calculate the average velocity, root mean square velocity and most probable velocity. So before solving the question, it is necessary read the question carefully and write down first in the form of answer, given that all the data. Next, write down the formula, then try to solve it. So mark that answer. Given that N1 is equal to 10, V1 is equal to 4, N2 it is 4 meter per second, N2 is equal to 20, V2 is equal to 5 meter per second, n3 is equal to 40 and v3 is equal to 8 meter per second. These are the given data. Then first we calculate average velocity. We know that UAV means average velocity is equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 plus n3 v3 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. Already we complete. That is the formula for calculating average velocity is equal to n1 v1 plus n2 v2 plus n3 v3 by n1 plus n2 plus n3. By putting this value, we have UAV is equal to n1 10 into 4 plus n2 20 into 5 plus 40 into 8 divided by n1 10 plus 20 plus 40 is equal to 40 plus 100 plus 320 divided by 70 is equal to 460 by 70. 460 by 70 is nearly equal to 6.56 meter per second. This one, the average velocity is equal to 6.56 meter per second. Next, we switch over to the root means. Next is root mean square velocity. It is B1. Next, switch over to B2. We know URMS, that means root mean square velocity. The formula, what is the formula? That is n1 into v1 square plus n2 into v2 square plus n3 into v3 square divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 square root over. Mark that, already we complete. The formula for calculating the root mean square velocity is equal to n1 v1 square plus n2 v2 square plus n3 v3 square divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. So here put this value is equal to n1 10 into v1 square, that is 16 plus 20 into v2 square 25 plus 40 into v3 square, that is 64 divided by, that is 10 plus 20 plus 40 square root over is equal to 160 plus 500 plus 2760 divided by 70 square root over. Mark that, 160 plus 500 plus 2760. So 2560 divided by 70 whole root over. This value nearly equal to 6.78 meter per second. Mark that. In bit1 we calculate the average velocity is equal to 6.56 meter per second. In second case it is the root mean square velocity is equal to 6.78. Root mean square velocity is equal to 6.78 meter per second. Next, third one is most probable velocity. Third one is most probable velocity. We know if root mean square velocity, we know the value of average velocity and root mean square velocity, then one is able easily calculate the most probable velocity by a formula. That means most probable velocity UMP, most probable velocity is equal to 0.816 into 0.816 into the root mean square velocity, means URMS. Mark that. Already we covered this relationship. That means interrelationship between the velocity. That means if root mean square velocity is known to us, then simply we calculate most probable velocity by multiplying root mean square velocity into 0.816. So put this value is equal to 0.816 into, what is the value of root mean square velocity, is equal to 6.78. On multiplying, the expected answer is 5.53 meter per second. Mark that. So question is calculate average velocity, root mean square velocity and most probable velocity. Here average velocity is 6.56 meter per second. Then root mean square velocity is 6.78 meter per second, while the most probable velocity UMP is equal to 5.53 meter per second.